Welcome back to the OHL tonight on your TV. 2-1 is the score as the Kingston Frontenacs lead the Peterborough Petes. I'm Dan Malta, now joined by Jamie Langenbrunner. Jamie, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thanks, Dan. Glad to be here.
Now, from Minnesota, the state of hockey, to the OHL, you guys were right on the Ontario border, essentially. You could have driven across, it would have been a 20-hour drive to Peterborough.
Yeah.
But what was that transition like going from a hockey-mad high school to the OHL?
It was pretty seamless, to be honest with you. You know, I owe a lot to Jeff Toohey, to my billet family, to my teammates. Like, they made me feel comfortable right away. Definitely some nerves the first exhibition game in Oshawa that I played, but not really knowing if I belonged in the league or not. But you know, I was fortunate to have some success early on and some really good support that I think helped pave the way for me.
Well, 90 points in each of your seasons. You're coming off being drafted as well. We understand that it was Bob Gainey and Jeff Toohey kind of using some of that Pete's Mafia to get you over here. What were those conversations like?
They were great. They presented it as an option. You know, it was never, I felt like I was being pushed in any way. They were presenting an option, showing me what it was all about as a Minnesota kid. I didn't know about the OHL. You know, it was, especially back in that day, there wasn't the exposure. So, they just showed me what it was going to be about and came and visited, and it just seemed like a great fit and really felt comfortable and something that I thought would help me continue to grow as a hockey player.
And you did grow as a hockey player. United States Hockey Hall of Fame in 2023. Congratulations for that, joining some great names there. The guys you played with in Peterborough, a few you played in the NHL with, Dave Roach, Zach Burke, they went on to play in the NHL, and then you go right into working in hockey after retiring from hockey. What is it about the game that brought you to working in player development with the Boston Bruins right away?
Teammates, actually. I had taken 1 year off, and a teammate of mine named Jay Pandolfo said, you want to get back in? And I got hooked up with Don Sweeney and started in player development, and then moved into management. You kind of go coaching or management when you're in player development, and the management kind of fit my eye a little bit more, and felt good, and it's been great. Boston's been a great fit and a great organization to be a part of.
So is this a business trip, or are you doing some scouting today?
Probably not today. I did have it on my schedule as a business trip, but I don't think I'll be filing any reports today. But I'm gonna tie in a few other games on this trip as we move along.
Make it efficient. Now, both your sons are playing in the NCAA. One at Utah, one at Harvard. Watching their development, following in your footsteps in a way. What does that mean to you?
Well, the one that playing in Utah plays a little bit of club hockey. He's more of a musician would be his big goal, and hockey he's doing for a lot of fun. My one at Harvard, that ended up being the good fit for him. He was Minnesota now is Western League. He was drafted by Edmonton in the West, but this going to school was what made sense for him, and Harvard was where his dream was, and it's been a good fit. It's fun to go watch him.
To have them here today, to witness this, what did that mean?
Oh, it was great. He left practice there last night and flew early this morning, and then we'll jump on a flight tomorrow morning to get back for practice. But they've been wonderful support for me, and I was fortunate to have them rather young in life, so they were around for part of their career, and they've been able to enjoy some of that, and I now get to enjoy watching them play.
What was your greatest joy in your time in Peterborough? I know they weren't the best teams. You guys won a couple of playoff series. Yep. You had personal success, but what sticks out to you now?
How we stuck together as a team. Sometimes when teams aren't going great, there can be a lot of infighting and negativity, and I never felt that in our group. Our group stuck together and kept on building, and Jeff's talked to me a lot about the year after that they were back in winning the OHL again, and being a part of building that culture. And I think as a young kid you have no idea what you're doing, you're just being yourself, and it's something that always came somewhat naturally. It was just coming home and playing hard every night and wanting to win. It's not going to always go your way, but you want to give your best effort every night, and that's something I always tried to do.
And you parlay that start in Minnesota high school hockey to the OHL, NHL. You're a captain for two separate teams. You win a Stanley Cup with Dallas, Stanley Cup with New Jersey. Probably more memories than you can really make sense of. But what sticks out to you when you wake up every morning and think about hockey? What is it that still resonates with you?
Well, the biggest thing that resonates is the friendships you make. Some of my best friends are ex-teammates. So they're Joe Newendike, who I played in Dallas and New Jersey with, lived together with. Play golf with Mike Madonna in the summer all the time now. these guys that you went to battle with, and now you live your lives. You move on. The game goes by, but you still have those memories of the battle you went through together. And the games are great, and obviously winning Stanley Cups and championships is the ultimate goal, and the memories you have of those battles. But it's the people for sure.
I did get to see that 1999 Stanley Cup when Joe Nieuwendyk brought the cup to my hometown in Whitby, actually.
Very
so that
nice,
was great to see. Joe Nieuwendyk, a hero, obviously, for a lot of kids growing up there. Who'd you grow up or look up to growing up in Minnesota?
Growing up in Minnesota, I was a big Neil Broughton fan. He was a northern Minnesota guy like myself. My first game in the NHL with Dallas, we had just finished here. I got the call to go up and sit in the locker room, and who sat next to me but Neil Broughton. And it was surreal for me, and I don't remember a dang thing in that entire hockey game, I can tell you that. But I remember that, and I remember Brett Hall, who was on St. Louis at the time, who I knew a little bit from being back in the Minnesota area, tapped me on the shin pad and saying, "Welcome to the league." So, those, again, it goes back to the people, and our game's pretty lucky to have a lot of great people in it.
Just a couple more things before let you get back to enjoying the evening, but everybody on the Petes wearing number 16, all those young players watching you step out onto the ice, what did that mean?
Oh, it's quite an honor. I mean, this organization, the history of it, I looked up at the banners that were there, and I'm like, I'm not sure I belong in this one, but it was special, really special. And Jeff Toohey and Dave McQueen, the coach, and all the teammates, like I said, helped me to reach my goals of being a National Hockey League player, and fortunately having a long career.
Well, Jamie, we assure you, you do belong amongst those now 10 names. Congratulations on the honor.
I appreciate that. It is a great honor, and thank you for all you do for our game.
Jamie Langenbrunner, now up in the rafters here at the Peterborough Memorial Center. Coming up next, the second period between the Fronts and the Petes on the OHL tonight.